Welcome back. You're watching Earnings Edge, and it's a very busy morning with a whole barrage of companies reporting earnings. But the good news is it's Friday and the markets are cheering. Strong global cues and the Nifty is trading well. The breadth is good and earnings are getting rewarded. Concor is the second company that we're talking to this morning. Revenues and profits have grown in single digits, though margins were more or less flat in this quarter. I'm now joined by Sanjay Swarup to add more perspective to these numbers. Hi, Sanjay. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us and telling our viewers and your investors about how the quarter's been and what, of course, lies ahead for your company. Let's start with your FY25 guidance. You've kept that intact. You're expecting, I believe, 15% growth in EXIM volumes, 25% growth in domestic volumes. Walk us through that and what really lies ahead on the volume front for FY25.
Yeah, good morning. Actually, we are very confident that we will achieve the guidance that I gave at the start of the financial year. The EXIM, actually the Q1 of any financial year is normally like this only. Now we are picking up the business. On the EXIM front, there were geopolitical constraints which were impacting the business. More or less, they have stabilized. The movement on the China-America circuit, which was a bit overloaded as far as containerized cargo movement was concerned, is now stabilized. And we are seeing good traction on India-Western world movement and containerized movement. And there is a softening of rates also and good availability of containers as well as vessels. So in the coming weeks, I am very hopeful that the export-import movement from India will pick up very nicely. And apart from that, in domestic, we are having a robust demand. This quarter also we posted 15% growth, and we are very hopeful that we will be able to achieve at least 25 to 30% growth for the remaining months of this financial year. And we have taken several initiatives in EXIM as well as domestic, which are going to pay us rich dividends in the coming months.
Right. So, sir, is it a fair understanding from me that the next couple of quarters, your volume growth will be much higher to average that 10 to 12% for the full financial year?
Yeah, exactly. Our growth will be quite good in the coming months, and which is there is a good demand, and our infrastructure is also ready, and we have been in touch with customers, with industry associations. So we are expecting a very good growth in the coming months.
Right. And what about margins? There was a little bit of a hit on back of the price increase that was undertaken. When can we expect a sharp recovery on margins for the company?
Yeah, like I mentioned that we will have a good growth in EXIM, and EXIM gives us good margins. Even in this quarter also, there has been an increase of 50 basis points in our market share in EXIM. So this will consistently be growing. Customers are happy with our service. Like our company believes in giving excellent service to our customers without sacrificing margins. And customers have respected that, and they have stayed with us. So we are going to expect good margins in EXIM. Apart from that, we have identified the streams and circuits in domestic, and where we are going to have the loaded movement in both the directions, in ongoing and outgoing and return directions. So that will bring down the running of empty containers, and it will further be affecting positively in my bottom line. So both these streams are going to fetch good margins in the coming months.
So even with higher railway haulage rates, 25% margin should be maintained, right, Mr. Swarup?
Yeah, actually railway rates were, you know that busy season surcharge was imposed from 1st of October 2023. It is more or less stabilized, and trade has accepted that increase, and I don't see any reason why we should not get good margins. So I'm very optimistic about it. That raise already has been absorbed very well by trade.
You know, sir, you highlighted to me that domestic business should grow without 25%. Now, where is that going to come on bulk cement I'm talking? What are the other triggers that could help you achieve that very ambitious and healthy number?
See, if you observe our growth for the past 3 years, you will be seeing that every year we are in domestic, we are growing in the range of 25 to 30% back to back. This year also we are expecting a similar growth because domestic the demand is very, very robust, and that bulk cement in tank containers, as rightly you have pointed out, will be a major trigger for growth. We have had talks with various cement companies, and our order for 500 such containers already we have given, and from third quarter we are expecting that we will start this loading, and trade is even anxiously waiting for arrival of containers, and we have ready-made demand, and we are going to place another tender for procurement of more containers. So this will be a major trigger for growth of domestic business in this financial year.
So I want you to talk a little bit more about all those new products in FY25, you know, to load bulk cement into tank containers. You're talking about using double stack trains for Nhava Sheva port, and of course establish that dedicated freight corridor as well. You want to walk us through the journey and what you are setting out for the company for the next 2 to 3 years. So I know none of all these will be, they'll be gradual, right? It's not a one-off or a one-quarter event. It's long-term growth for Concor. Strategically, that will change the direction of your company. Tell us what are your internal objectives and growth plans there?
See, double stack has been a major, driver for growth as far as EXIM business of my company is concerned. Last year also we increased by more than 30%. This year in first quarter, double stack growth has been 14% over the similar period of last financial year. We are running timetable trains from Dadri to Mundra port, which is diverting lot of business from road to rail. Apart from that, Nhava Sheva also we are going to bring on double stack because the last 100 kilometer stretch of DFC is yet to be commissioned. But we have a terminal at Varnama near Baroda, where we will be running double stack from NCR region to Varnama, which is just 400 kilometers short of Nhava Sheva. So we will give benefit to our customers to have double stack up to Varnama, and from Varnama to Nhava Sheva we will be running single stack. So that way transit time benefit as well as the rates tariff benefit will be given to customers, and I am very optimistic that lot of cargo will shift from road to rail in this process. So, and timetable train that we are running from Dadri to Mundra is a big hit, where customers are very happy. I will go to railways with a similar request for timetable train between NCR and Varnama, so that customers can get some kind of transit assurance. So these things will be a major drivers for growth. Apart from that, we are having a long-term tie-ups with shipping lines, shipping companies for EXIM volumes, and we had 5 years agreement which is going to expire in September. We are in talks with lines 1 to 1. All the shipping lines are in talks with us, and we are going to extend it further for 5 more years, some tweaking in terms and conditions. So all these things will also fetch us good volumes, and we are very, very optimistic that for next at least 4 to 5 years, we will have a very good growth in the company, because our infrastructure is ready. We have almost 400 rakes, 47,000 containers. In next 3 years, we will be present at almost between 80 to 85 locations in the country. Right now, we are present at 66 locations, and we are in expansion mode. And in next 3 years, we will present at around 80 to 85 places. So we are present everywhere. We have connectivity, and we are very, very optimistic that we will be able to give good service to trade, and we will fetch good business for the company.
So your company is a jewel for the government. But if you do a search on Concor, the top searches will be divestment on Concor may be delayed, a private company could be eyeing stake in Concor, and the stock reacts to that news. So it would only be fair for me to ask you, divestment of the government off the table for now on Concor?
Thanks very much for complimenting about my company. But as far as the divestment is concerned, it's a policy decision. I will not be able to offer any comment on this, please.
Right. So anything else that you'd like to tell us in terms of what we should be expecting from the company? I think we've highlighted most things, but anything else that you would like to tell our viewers and investors in your company about Concor going ahead?
Yeah, I will just like to mention that divestment or no divestment, we are a very, very professionally run and professionally managed company. And the expenditure on our staff is only 5% of the total revenue, which compares with the best in the industry. And we are a PSU, there is no doubt. We have a certain set of rules around which we work, but we are very flexible in terms of interpretation of our policy. We work for our customers, and our customers, for our customers, Concor is the first choice, and they are very happy with our service. They have stood with us always, and in future also I am very, very, very hopeful and very confident that all these stakeholders will remain with us, and this company will continue to serve them as it has been doing in the past.
So just one last question before I let you go. What was Concor's total land leasing fee for 24-25 and of course for the current financial year? And also, have you completed the surrender of the portion of land at your inland container depot? And any other plans to surrender land in the current financial year?
See, that has been a ongoing process. Till now, as you may be aware, we have already surrendered 16 terminals to Indian Railways, and without sacrificing our business, because the same business was diverted to our nearby terminals. Now, secondly, the question about the surrender of a piece of land at ICD Tughlakabad, yes, that has been completed, and we have given it to Railways, and we are at some other terminals also analyzing wherever we develop our new MMLPs. We feel that the business and the trade of the area can be served from those MMLPs. We surrender the terminal back to Railways, and so that our trade is not affected, and they come and they give all the business to our MMLPs. So that's an ongoing process, and in this financial year also it will continue.
Right, thank you very much, Mr. Swaroop. Good luck, congratulations. It's been a solid quarter for Concor, and it looks like the outlook looks as promising. We'll hopefully try and connect back with you for a more detailed sit-down conversation on your business. But until then, take care and we'll see you soon. With that, we're completely out of time. Thank you for watching. There's a lot more programming on the other side, so keep it with the channel.